Absolutely superb. And like I said, that now gives us a realistic picture of the game. 5-1 to Wrexham. Our biggest ever win against Oldham, although they're breaking forwards now. Couto hits a shot, blocked by O'Connell. O'Connell was caught in possession. Barnett's brought it down beautifully, and he's surging through the middle of the pitch. Tollett tries to foul him and can't. Mullen picks it up now, and there's a break on the right. Jones is a mark, Mullen can't see him, and there's the final whistle. My goodness me, this team. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was wonderful.
It's just, this team has just got better and better throughout this season, I think. The midfield is growing. Mullins just seems to be on fire. And the defence just seems really solid.
Oh, that was just a joy to watch. What a performance by Wrexham. 5-1. We beat them. And Wrexham really, could have won by so much more. Piling it on, we had an appeal that a shot had gone over the line early on. We had a shouts for penalties early on. The goal, when it finally came, was a free kick by Mullen, which hit the bar. Bounced back for O'Connell to head home. Mullen then snapped in with a second. Lee contributed the third after Oldham had managed to completely against run of play grab a goal in added time at the end of the first half. Hogan heading into the set piece, the only attack they had in the game that led to any form of threat. But Lee ripped it a beauty to restore the 3-1 lead just after the break. Mullen then smashed in another in the 70th, and in the 92nd minute finished off his hat-trick, ripping a shot in from outside the box, and he's now walking. He's doing a solo walk to the tech end. The rest of his teammates are allowing him. It's like letting a cricketer walk off the pitch first, and he celebrates in his traditional style, but with the ball at his feet, because he doesn't want to lose that ball. That's his. Unbelievable stuff, that. Absolutely magnificent. And Wrexham go back top of the table and lay the gauntlet down to Notts County in the most magnificent fashion.
100 points, guys.
Oh yeah, 100 points.
100 points.
Yeah.
3 points clear of county. Game in hand still. Doesn't this feel like a promotion-winning team? After this afternoon's display was sublime.
You look at them and ask yourself whether we're faltering, and they do that.
No.
They do that. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Not only that, we take off Lee and Cannon and we bring on Jordan Davis.
That's true enough. Yeah.
Strength in midfield is just amazing at the moment.
Mullen has now got 43 goals this season. He overtakes one of Tommy Bamford's season. It's the fourth highest total of Wrexham players ever achieved in a season. He's also now got 34 league goals, equals second most ever by a Wrexham player. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
What a game of football.
He's got 4 hat-tricks this season.
How dominant were we in that game?
Yeah, absolutely. Only Tommy Bamford scored more hat-tricks in the season for Wrexham than Mullen. Wrexham, as you say, totally dominant, absolutely outstanding. It's hard to know where to go from that. The superlatives, just there's not enough for that, is there?
At Christmas time, I started to think, that looks a really good Wrexham side, and now I'm thinking, this is a brilliant Wrexham side. It's just fabulous watching them moving the ball around, and they. Oldham have been on the up. They've got some points. Oldham has turned them around a bit, and
he's rebuilt their squad. They've only lost 4 games in 2023. Well, now it's 5. And wow, I really thought they were going to give us a hard time here, but I think as well they did park the bus early on, and that is, I think, the worst thing to do against us, because we will pick you apart.
Totally agree.
I think you should have had people like Tollett on from the beginning and saying, really run at Wrexham, keep it on the ground. And the only way they were trying to do it was the long ball over the top. And I think with Wrexham's 3 central defenders, it's not going to happen.
I should say I missed out on a quick summary at the start of this. Also, as well, Mike Fondop got sent off late on when it was 4-1 for elbowing Owen O'Connell in the face. And then, after a red card being shown, going for O'Connell, which is a new one to me, but as you can imagine, the crowd enjoyed that. The fact he did it on the far side from the tunnel just made it all the sweeter, because the fans got a chance to have a good go at him as he was walking off. But wow,
I mean, the FA might think about that as well. But because once you've got your red card, it's time to go.
As I understand it, it is purely down to what will the referee put in his report. If he says there was something bad that happened, he's going to get a bigger ban, isn't he? If he doesn't, he'll just be ignored. But wow, but what a performance! I mean, I want to open up the discussion about man of the match as an opportunity for us to talk about how everybody was amazing.
Yeah. It's difficult to pick, because you think hat-trick Mullen, well, that's a good call. Lee, brilliant. Andy Cannon, brilliant. Yeah, defenders.
Mendy and Barnett were devastating down the flanks. I thought O'Connell was superb at the back and using the ball and got a goal. You know, Jones is tireless. It's just magnificent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very difficult to pick a man of the match yet again, but I mean, purely on his hat-trick, I'd have to go with Mullen, you know.
Yeah, I would think I was going for Mullen as well.
You've got to say Mullen. I think over the sort of influence on the game, I'd lean towards Lee. But when a guy scores a hat-trick, and a hat-trick of real quality, it's got to be him. But what a performance by Wrexham.
He sort of got an assist as well, didn't he, Mullen?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hit the bar, didn't he? Yeah. 3 goals and an assist. You've got to give him some credit, I suppose.
Exhilarating, class, pure football out there today. I don't think we've got anything to worry about in this for the last 6 games we've got. You know, we've got Halifax away next Friday.
Yeah, that's just jinxed it a bit, hasn't it?
Good old Neil. Good old Neil.
I've been saying this all along. That
you're going to get such stick when people hear that.
Why?
Did you hear yourself, man?
Did you just watch what we saw on the pitch today?
That's a fair comment. We were awesome.
We were. And as you said, at this part of the season, you'd expect teams to start to falter and wane and look tired. But this team looks as fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
They're absolutely sublime.
Every match is huge this point in the season, but let's be honest, that was a statement win, absolutely magnificent. Mr. Chay Long has joined us from his luxurious seat next to me.
The most cramped seat in all of world football.
Excellent, fair enough.
But you do get to elbow the Oldham commentators.
I feel sorry for those guys because I watched. For me, as incredible as Wrexham was, they got it completely wrong today. Oldham got it completely wrong. It's the last thing you want to do is park the bus against us. You might as well go at us and lose like you did today anyway. We were superb, weren't we? We could have scored 10.
Terrific.
The crowd was amazing. Paul Mullen, Elliot Lee, Andy Cannon, everyone was amazing today. What a result, what a game. And it's the type of results that really push you over the line to win a title.
Can I make a request that we do this in our next home game? Because our next home game, after all the wait and all the build-up, our next home game's Notts County. I mean, wow. That's going to be something.
Oh. I'd take a draw or just a nice 1-0. Anything.
I want a 5-1.
I'd take 6-0 to us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we did have, whose birthday was it? Someone's 51st birthday on Ask Wrexham, and they requested 5-1. So if any of you out there are going to be 60 on Easter Monday, then that'll be fantastic. We'll match it. Right, well, the other two aren't listening to me, so I reckon it's probably time to finish the broadcast, isn't it, everybody?
I was, but...
Were you? Oh, fair enough.
The Oldham commentators are making a good, quick getaway, and I don't know if you know a racecourse, it's quite tight on the radio bench, so I was getting elbowed.
I've been chatting to...
Which is never a good thing to do.
Well, you know how O'Connell feels now, don't you?
I've been chatting to the Oldham media, some of the Oldham media team prior to the game, and they're great bunch. They were really friendly to us at the start of the season as well. I feel from a little bit because we've all been in their shoes, going to a big away game and getting absolutely smashed. But this team, they're unstoppable. When we're in full flow, there's not many teams in this league that could match us, and there's not many teams in League 2 or League 1 could match us, I don't think.
Yeah. Absolutely tremendous, wasn't it?
It is interesting what you said about the finances. One of the things I did notice that a lot of these players have League 1 win bonuses in their contracts already. I know that's a long way away, but still.
It's going to cost us a fortune, you know. Those what do you call them? The accounts that we published. Going to be all over the shop now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, we should finish off here, I think, because we're just too happy now. We want to go away and run naked through the streets of Wrexham.
Perhaps not.
That'll be streamed. So the final lovely old score of Wrexham 5, Oldham Athletic 1. We're Mark Griffiths, Andy Parkinson, Neil Williams and belatedly Chay Long from Wrexham AFC.